Well, you gotta have a few duos, Jack.
Hell, what a duo is.
It's a bird with two heads.
Yeah, and it turns into a Dodrio, a bird with 3 heads. Mine's named Douglas the
Wait,
Dodrio.
it's called Dodrio?
Yeah.
The duo and Dodrio.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, we're talking about Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah, what's up? Hey.
Yeah, I'm desperately trying to log in, and I can't.
So Michael's having issues.
It's fucking killing me inside.
Not a whole lot going on near us. There's a Ghastly near us. He's across the street in the park, because that park is fucking haunted. And there's Ghastlies all over.
Damn, dude.
I don't like that he starts off as a Ghastly, right, and goes to a Haunter. They're both kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
And then a Gengar is like a solid, flumpy blob.
Gengar's a fucking...
Gengar's cool as shit. What are you talking
Yeah, but the
about?
other ones are kind of like mystical, like gassy and floaty, and he's just like completely
You know what a
solid.
Gengar looks like, Jack?
What does it look like? It looks like a flumpy blob.
Yep, there you go. There's a flumpy blob right there.
Totally,
Yep.
flumpy blob.
Can you log me in? God damn it, I still can't log in.
So I've been
Freaking out over here,
Jack,
man.
I saw you are doing the same
Damn
thing
it.
that I'm doing when playing the game, which is you put Katie in the passenger seat.
Oh, yeah. So,
And
you
that's
should
and you
not,
hand them both phones, and
should,
then you go.
Should not Pokemon and drive. You should
Absolutely not.
It's a terrible idea.
No, you might think you can concentrate while playing Pokemon Go and driving. You can't.
No.
There's no way.
No.
Don't
So
do it.
you hand your phone to whoever's with you, and you say, "Hey, can you spin anything when we get near?" And so, like last night, we went downtown. We had Home Slice. Well, Katie's friends in, so we went to Home Slice. Then we went to Amy's Ice Cream. Downtown is a gold mine, by
That's
the way.
all because it
Oh,
used
I
to be like
imagine.
barren.
Dude, Congress Avenue. If you go down
to be
Congress,
barren.
it's just like
There was
stop
no
after
Focus
stop.
stops, no gyms,
This is
nothing.
like stop after stop, and then you go down South Lamar, and this is like stop after stop, and then South Congress, stop after stop. And so, like, I maxed out my bag for the first time last night.
Oh, what was that, like 400 items to start?
lot,
350?
yeah, I think 350
maybe?
And then,
So what do you have to do then? Just start slaughtering Pokemon?
so
Or
I,
buy a bigger bag.
I had 60 revives, so I got rid of like all but 10, and then I filled it up again, and then I got rid of. Then I hit 15, so I got hyper potions now.
Nice.
And so I got rid of all like a bunch of my normal potions. I had like 50 normal potions, so I dropped like 30 of those.
So when do you use those? When do your
When
Pokemon
you-
get
Gym
damaged?
battle.
Yeah, when you go to a gym and you fight someone, your Pokemon loses health, and that's.
I've
when
never
you
done
revive.
that. Maybe that's why I don't like this game. I've never done it.
Well, here's
No.
I never fight in gyms.
No,
I
the
don't
gym
do it.
is like such a minor aspect of it. If you don't like it now, you just don't like it.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Like Kat and I
the
will
gym's not
literally
gonna save
drive.
it.
Like, you know, every now and again we'll be like, "You want to spend the next like hour and a half just kind of out getting
hunting.
stuff?" And we'll like, yeah, and we have like a route that we go on from our house back to the office and then back to a different way to our house.
I wonder how much
by a bunch
gas
of
money
stuff.
has been spent.
I
just
have
fighting.
gone
Oh, yeah, a
through
lot.
like 2 tanks
This
of
game is
gas in a week.
destroying the environment.
It
With
is.
like battery running down, having to charge it more often, gas.
it's also making people healthier just by walking around too. So.
A lot of people do walk, and like a lot of people I was talking to at like a Pokestop the other day, they all biked there.
Oh, that's
Over
cool.
there. I'm like, I fucking drove.
Yeah, there's a
What the
few
hell?
like Jeremy and I live pretty close to each other, and there's a few stops like around our neighborhood.
It was at one of the ones right down the street.
Oh yeah. It's funny because like the first time I kind of went out like one night, and we had friends who were like Adam Baird's playing a lot, and so like he's like, hey, we're at this location here. He sent it to me. It was like in a field behind a church at like midnight. There were like 15 of us out in this field behind a church, and like literally like across was one of the stops you go to, and like a bird's house. There was like 3 all within like
There's a
walking distance.
fuck ton of religious stops.
Yeah.
Didn't some kid find a body?
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
girl
very
found
early
a dead
on.
body while just looking for a Pokemon.
Happens, man.
Heck yeah.
You never know. That's how you get a Ghastly. Fucking ghost
Guys,
Pokemon,
as a
bro.
security measure, my account's been disabled for 15 minutes because I failed to log in correctly.
I
too
thought
many
you
times.
said got it.
I thought I got it, and then it was like, nope, don't got it.
That sucks.
That's all right. You're not
Ungot
missing
it.
out on anything.
And so
right
also,
I just wanted to look at my stash. That's all.
there was that whole thing where like when you logged in, you could log in with a Gmail account or a Google account.
When they have full access
Yeah,
to it.
and like initially it was like whoever set it up just like asked for full access. So like literally, if you logged in using a Gmail account, they could post, they could send emails, they could go through your contacts, they could do pretty much whatever they wanted with your email accounts.
They look at files in your Google Drive.
now. Yeah, there's
yeah.
a lot of bad shit.
And so, and then like once I kind of found out, they're like, oh yeah, that was our bad. Like we totally did not mean to do that. And they actually said like you couldn't like they've contacted Google, said like let people know we haven't like gone into anyone's stuff,
So if they
which
were-
is cool.
If they got rid of
They've
all
already
that.
taken care
Yeah,
of
they
it.
already patched
Yep.
it.
Yeah, so they revoked that.
The
and so-
downside is that patch fucked my game.
Yeah.
It just crashes more
I'll
than
be
ever
honest.
now, like
It
post-patch.
does seem that that patch made the game a little harder to load sometimes. Like when it's on that loading screen with the Gyarados about to eat the fucking dude.
Yeah.
it's like it takes longer to get through that, or which is not go at all. But I've never once had to sign in again, which was the biggest pain in the asshole ever, because I signed into Google and I have 2-step verification on my email. So every single time I had to re-sign into the game, I'd have to wait for it to send me a text message and put that in. I must have had 200 text messages.
Two-step is great for just security, but when it comes to using the app somewhere else, like the other day I'm like, oh yeah, I'll link my Twitter to my Xbox One so I can like share my save clip. Oh, that's the whole thing. You know, I'll have to type it in. It will error out saying it's the wrong password. Then it will send me a text. Then I have to like put that random generated code, and it's like.
And at one point,
I've got too much life to live.
At one point, the 2-step verification failed. Like they were like, we can't send you a code at this time, like for some reason. And so, I was trying to log into this, and they're like, yeah, we can't send you a code right now. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna turn off 2-step verification right now, and then like I'll turn it on after, like later when this is fixed. And I'm like, so I go into my Gmail, I'm like, turn off 2-step verification. It's like, all right, well, we gotta text you a code before you can turn this off. And it's like, but we can't text you the code right now. I'm like, fuck! Like, guys, it was just nothing I could do.
If 2-step verification was Touch ID, it'd be wicked.
Yeah.
And one day I hope it will be.
Like, I hope it's not.
You literally need this to get into my email.
How do you hate Touch ID?
It never works for me. I get to watch my numbers shake in front of me for a while and then say you're not you.
Pick your thumb and register your thumb 10 times.
Yeah, you can do that. Just do it over and over and over.
Do you not do that?
Register my thumb 10 times.
I mean, just like literally, you just keep touching it from like every different angle.
No, but then make a new one and do it again.
I know.
You can add several fingers, make them all like the finger you use.
Yeah, we'll just never mistake
them. I did both my thumbs. This thumb got bitten off by my cat. It doesn't work with Touch ID anymore.
Got bitten.
Wait, no,
off
the Touch ID stuff,
cat.
like like Amazon does it now, where you can like log in using your thumb. It's like, oh, that's so much more convenient.
I disarm my alarm at home with my thumb.
Yeah,
it's top.
It's pretty cool. Future, man.
Disarm your alarm at home on your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you had an alarm clock, and you would wake up in the morning and slide your thumb in.
Snooze! No, we do not recognize this snooze.
I had, because I used to have a serious issue with like not hearing alarms when I was sleeping, like when I was younger. Like we eventually bought an alarm clock called like the Atomic Bomb or something. It was like the loudest alarm clock.
Sure.
And it came with a thing, like a disc like this, that when the alarm goes off, it would just shake like crazy. We'd stick it under my mattress. So when the alarm would be super loud, and it would shake my bed until I woke up. Eventually, though, we got one that was really fucking loud, and it would shoot like an airplane into my room somewhere, and I'd have to go catch it and put it back on the thing in order to shut the alarm off.
Yeah, I've seen one where it's like a 4-piece jigsaw puzzle, and it just explodes out. You have to find all the pieces and put the thing. And by the time you've done that, you're awake.
Exactly.
You wake up every morning so pissed off, like motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. Like I wake up without fail around 8 every day, and if I have to wake up early, like 6, it's like I'm up.
Can't do it, man.
I do that thing where it's like if I have a flight or something important that I have to be up, I without fail wake up 5 minutes before my alarm goes off. Like my internal clock just goes.
Yeah, same here. I do the same thing.
Okay, that's cool. And it's super convenient. But the key is, if you wake up like that, fucking stay up. Because if you go back to sleep, you get wrecked. It's like your your sleep cycle messes up. So
it was that bull spermium.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone sent me this when we were talking about cum Pokemon. I don't know if you can see that thing.
I read a comment on the.
Yeah, you can a little bit.
You know, we did the verses where you had to remember all the Pokemon names.
Yeah, did that.
Someone made a comment. It's like, wow, all of these guys know all these Pokemon names, but I bet they couldn't list 10 elements on the periodic table. And I was like, man, that's pretty worrying.
Man.
10 is.
I could probably do 10.
I could do 10.
Go for it.
Ooh, no, see, you can't ask me
count
questions.
for you. Yeah, 10.
I could do it,
but I won't. I won't make this piece of
10
content.
elements on the periodic table.
There's like easy 5 that
helium,
okay.
hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen.
You've made air.
You're working the noble gases.
Yeah. I wanted to get through all of those. Neon's one, isn't it?
I think so.
Neon, sodium, potassium. You could just do gold and silver, and lead are all on there.
There you go. There's 10.
All the Minecrafts. Iron.
Obsidian.
Iron's on there.
Redstone.
Yep. Then you could go into like the uranium, plutonium. They're all on there.
Planets. Then there's ones like Californium and Einsteinium.
Yeah,
and the ones that can't.
The triple digit.
Well, because then
ones.
it went down the what is it? Alkaline metals. So that's the sodium, the potassium stuff, the stuff that explodes
You know some
in
shit.
water. Yeah.
Pretty good, little Jay.
There you
Smart.
go.
I know my shit, including Pokemon. My favorite part about that thing, that video, is you guys kept shouting fake Pokemon in the background, and at one point Ryan was like I was blanking on everything. I couldn't remember
and he was
any
like,
of them.
Cunnilingosaur.
Cunnilingosaur, and I was like, Nah. Oh, lick a tongue.
Like cunnilingus licking pussy.
That's
Lick
awesome.
a tongue.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nailed it.
Man, yeah, I think to myself, like, all the knowledge I had in my head of, like for we were at E3. We had a party during E3, and they had some old school arcade machines there. They had a Mortal Kombat machine there, like 1995 Mortal Kombat 1. And I sat there and rattled off every fatality with all 7 characters. If that would have been, math or science or something like of any value, it's like no, like
nothing.
It's literally been over 20 years, and I can still sit down and play any character in Mortal Kombat 1 and know all their fatalities.
I still have some cheat codes memorized.
Yeah.
Like RL up down A up X A. It's like God mode in Hitman 2 or something.
I think I might be able to, if I sat down, I think I could do the cheat code in GTA 3 that makes every car on the screen explode.
Nice. Yeah.
That was a fun one. You just kept doing it.
IDDQD, IDKFA, it's all the Doom codes. Like it's just like all that knowledge, all that space in my brain that could have been saved for something of any value.
That is of
Literally
value.
Of any,
Yeah, it's definitely a value.
like I probably could have figured out cancer by now.
Figured out. I could have figured that out.
But taken care of it. It'd been done. Wiped it
I'll
out. Wiped it
figure it
right out. But nope.
Cut to Jack like looking in a petri dish. He's like,
Yeah.
Kevin, I
That
thought
is cancer.
I thought of you the other day while I was in New Jersey. I went home, and the room I was staying in at my brother's house that he had set up for me, I walked in, there was a fucking Sega Genesis hooked up to it. He apparently, dug it up, he found it, and he plugged it in to see if it worked. And there was a box of games right next to it. I sifted through the games. Fucking Aladdin. Pulled it out. Fucking slopped it right in.
And just everybody was cutting wood.
There was no wood. I beat the first level, right? There's no saving, there's no level select, there's no nothing in it. So I'm like, I'm gonna play this. Like I played it the first night I got there, and I was like, I'm gonna leave this on, I'm gonna play it. I come in, I walk in later, and I was like, well, I fucking turned it off. And my brother's like, oh yeah, I came in here and I turned that off. I don't know, were you fucking around with it? I'm like, yeah, and I beat the first level, now I gotta do it again. And he's like, oh, I didn't think you were actually playing it. I'm like, thanks a lot. And then I just didn't play it again after that. I'm like, those were the good old days.
Yeah.
There's no auto save, no cloud storage. There's
Genesis
no way to
version-
save your game.
the Genesis version is different to the Super Nintendo one. Super Nintendo one had the character codes though.
Yeah.
Genie, Jafar, Aladdin, Abu, best
Yeah.
level. It's the Genie level.
That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
I thought
that's
of
a
you.
great one.
I always think of you reciting that password. So I was like, Aladdin, Gavin, chopping wood, not in the game or the movie.
I felt
It's in Return of Jafar.
it was so clear to me how much of a loser I was. So I was playing Spyro.
Yeah.
I was playing Spyro on stream a little while ago, and Spyro 1, I kept doing shit in it where I'd be like, now fucking watch this, and I would do something, something would happen, which you could look up in 2 seconds on the internet. But when I played it, I had to figure that out, and when I figured it out, I was like, this is fucking here. There were certain enemies in the game that I saw in the book that was in the front of the case. And I was like, I've never run into that. Where the fuck is that thing? And I found it later in some secret. I was like, look at this fucking place right here. This took me 3 hours to find. And then I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, there was so much stuff in games where I really wanted to see what would happen, and there was just, you couldn't YouTube it. Like in the Sims, in the first Sims, sometimes at a house you'd have this weed thing that would grow, and it would grow so slowly, you barely even notice it. And you'd be maybe playing for 20 sim days, and the weed is a little bit bigger. I was like, this thing getting bigger. If you accelerate time and just sit there for hours, it eventually grows into a beanstalk that you can climb.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
But I just couldn't ever look up what's the little weed thing, and you end up in the clouds.
I used to just kill people in The Sims.
Yeah,
I would kill, the people. I would set intentional house fires and trap
you
them
make
in
a
the
room
house.
with no doors, a fireplace, and a rug.
Yeah,
I
or
did that
a pool
in-
with no ladder.
A pool with no ladder, they'd swim to
You
death.
could also put in cheats so you could mess with stuff that you couldn't. Usually when a fire broke out, you couldn't go into build mode. It would lock all that stuff out until you put out the fire. But there was a cheat that made you could move the fire around after that. And if people were fighting, you get a big dust cloud. You could pick that up and move it away and actually watch the fight under the cloud, and it'd be
Or if they were fucking, you pick the bed up and move
and
it.
they would just be blah, blah.
They're like, gah, gah, gah.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing in Roller Coaster Tycoon. I would build a roller coaster with a shitload of loop-de-loops and a lot of harsh turns, and then you could go into the settings and crank it up past the safety settings and make it as fast as possible just to try and derail it, so you can have a crash.
Oh, yeah.
Or
You watch them sail
way
off.
lesser extent of murder but fucking with people. I would get a bunch of people in the park, and then I would remove all the bathrooms and seal the exits, so people would just start going all over the park.
Nice. There's a new game out called Planet Coaster. It's in early access right now. It's basically like Theme Park Tycoon or you know.
With good graphics.
Yeah, and it's all brand new. Would it be cool if we did one of those things where it's like we're literally all playing our own game side by side and just did like a race to get to something?
I think
Race to kill people.
Make it go.
I mean, like that. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like SimCity and those kind of games. It's tough to make videos in just because it's kind of like a slow building game. But if we did it side by side, maybe we could do something
It's
like
possible. The game that's coming out that I'm fucking pumped for is No Man's Sky. Is coming out in early
that.
August.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it went gold. I want to play Theme Hospital. Did you ever play that?
Oh, dude,
No,
old
yeah.
school. Yeah,
Theme
absolutely.
Hospital was great. If they remade that, you'd have like people who came in with like inflated heads, and you have to
Yeah.
like build the machine that pops their head and makes it smaller.
Yeah.
It's class.
Man, those old school like the RTS style games and like those building games you don't really see them nearly as much as you used to. Like seems like like the sort of longer form games that take hours and hours and hours to get to. You just
People
don't see
have as much
anymore.
time now anymore.
Yeah, you
I
get
guess.
games like Overwatch where it's like a match lasts maybe 7 minutes and this people just wrote
Overwatch is a great game.
It's a fantastic game, but it's like there's just not the
I'm trying to
attention
get
span
good right
anymore.
now with the guy. I don't remember his name. He has the orbs.
Zenyatta.
Yeah, because he can
McCree.
heal and he can actually he can do like quite a lot of damage for
Yeah,
healer.
yeah. They have
But he's like
Ana.
3-star difficulty, I guess.
Yeah. Ana's the new sniper healer. Have you seen that one? She shoots people with health.
Farrah's mother.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Is it Farrah's mother?
I think so.
So
Wow.
yeah, she has a sniper rifle that you can hit your teammates with
Thanks,
and
Mom.
heal them up. Or like her ult is she speeds up people, so she can like hit someone and like boost them, and they get like 50% plus damage. And like the video shows her hitting a Reinhardt, and he just starts wrecking just everyone. So pretty cool. I'm
the
terrible at
Zenyatta
shooting,
one-
so I probably won't do
The
it.
Zenyatta one's good because you can you give your allies a ball of extra damage or health,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can put like a ball of shittiness on the enemy,
Yeah.
which makes them receive more damage. So if you combine those well, it's like you end up getting so many points just for like hiding around a corner and throwing balls above people.
Yeah, just like you get that one. Here, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I play Mercy. Like I love Mercy, man.
Mercy sucks when you come against someone though. Like, what does she do for damage? Nothing.
Dude, she runs. I mean, that's why she has that. She has the fly, like the Valkyrie or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like because you just
like
look at
hook
someone.
onto people.
I was playing the other day on PC because Funhouse wants to play on PC at some point, and so like, all right, I should start playing on here. And I got like Lucio blasted me into that hole in that one map.
Yeah.
And I fell, and I looked up, and I found someone, and I went up. And I missed
my
it,
God.
and I fell again, and then I hit it again and went up and over and landed. I was like, "Oh my god, that was amazing!" And then immediately died. But still, I was like, I didn't get blown off in the hole, so that was
Oh,
good.
dude, I was playing Inside again to
Yeah.
get all the collectibles. And
Chivis.
Get the second ending.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I got a death.
Rusk.
It's on my. You can look at it on my captures, my recent captures. I got a death that I'd never seen before. You know the bit where you unlatch the thing, and then there's that pull-up bar underwater, but you have to go and turn the fan off and then turn it on so
Right.
you can get up the thing.
Right.
Please tell
right
me
at the
you
very
didn't
end.
quite make it.
I didn't quite make it, and the thing closed around my body, cut me clean in half, and my intestines were like hanging out.
Oh
man.
Wow.
I was playing. I was like,
Yeah, the deaths in that game are surprisingly
They're
graphic.
Yeah.
They're vicious.
God,
like
the
the
first-
blob splat on that guy is gruesome. You get like blood all down one side.
That was probably
Yeah.
the best moment of the Let's Play.
did this.
There's so many things in that game.
monster now? Yeah, I did say that. You did say that.
There's so many things in that game that I like. I want Max Barnyard to make great levels in gaming on that entire game because that like towards the end of it, like when there's spoilers by the way, you should have stopped watching 5 minutes ago. But anyway, towards the end when you're rolling around as the big thing, there's a diorama of the end of the game.
Yeah.
and it's like.
Oh really?
Yeah,
you fall into a diorama.
It's a whole
It's the
thing
last
of
scene
like
of the game.
what
It's literally-
actually ended, and you know,
Yeah.
did you really escape, or were you in another experiment?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they had that shot. Yeah, exactly.
So this is like it's so deep, and so
Oh, he saved.
Oh, you got
yeah.
Gabby's got his.
I'm
death.
still just thinking about
He's
people with
showing-
inflated
he's showing
heads
right now.
after that hospital talk.
yeah.
Just giant heads, and I'm not talking dickheads.
Yeah.
All right,
All
so
right.
you're
He's
swimming down.
Gavin is swimming
Gav's
down.
swinging for the he's pulling the lever, so like what
Lever.
happens is a fan turns on and blows you into the thing.
Oh! No!
You got
How cool is that? Like, I never found that like the whole first time I played. I never made that mistake.
That's awesome.
That is wild.
I was just being greedy. I was trying to do a speed run.
How many times did you die? Like on the second playthrough?
I was doing loading, like just doing checkpoints for the collectibles.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't
So
die
you
very
played-
Easy
you played the
1,000
whole game.
points.
Super easy 1,000. Awesome game. 3 hours, probably less.
It's a
Two-
great game.
2.5
And
or
you could,
something.
If you went through a second time, you could absolutely play it without dying.
Yeah. I'm kind of shocked they didn't make any of those achievements because it's totally doable.
Play without
they
dying.
just said fuck it and they made it all collectibles. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do more like limbo achievements.
I'm happy they did not.
Yeah, I mean they're easy to get.
I
I
didn't have to
definitely,
deal with
They're
that.
always
definitely
more-
would've gone for it in Limbo.
I would've
I
done
never
it.
went for it because I would definitely die more than 5 times. in
Yeah.
Limbo. Limbo's hard, especially like flipping gravity up and down. You just make dumb mistakes. It's like forgot about it. You can't remember everything.
No.
You could.
You can. You really
could.
have to put some time towards
Welcome to being a speedrunner on any game ever.
Yeah.
Remember everything.
entire game.
Yeah.
it. Oh, lights
Right.
up.
All right.
Well, that's it for this episode
out.
of Last
I'm gonna
Call.
go
I'm
piss
gonna
on some Fruit
go
Loops.
yell at my fucking phone until Pokemon works. I swear to God, if I have to start over, I'm not gonna.
You're
be
not
happy.
gonna start over. You're
I
not
got a
gonna
fucking Vaporeon. Okay, he's looking good. That egg's almost hatched. Yeah, dude, 5 kilometers. You know that's like 100,000 miles.